Morning, everybody. This is Kinetic Karma. My name is Karen Elliott. This is day 3 of 10 of healing and manifesting ways to do that. So, as I've been using pretty much the same decks and taking in and out a couple of different other decks as I go along, as Spirit tells me to, as I'm moved to do. So let's see what I have here. I've got the chakra deck that I'm using in this reading. We're definitely using added deck Carolyn Miss archetype cards. And I'm using the Mystic Mudra and the Aboriginal deck. Okay, let's start this reading. So basically, if you're new to the channel and to what I'm doing, this is basically a reading to align with the energies of the day based on a card reading that I pulled in advance. And it's ways that you can support yourself in further healing and manifesting what it is you want in your life. Okay? So, and there are many, many different ways that we can do that. So that's what this reading comes up to deal with, or to show you, or to share with you. That's my intention. Okay, so here we go. So with I'm going to start with the chakra cards. So I pulled again for today the heart chakra card, and it says, Lord, grant me that I might not sit. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Let me open the space with a chiming, please, so that we can just breathe deeply, relax, and tune in. Okay, as I tone, I say a prayer to connect myself with the people who are listening and coming for guidance to this reading. And I invite you to say a prayer of your own for protection and connection and understanding. Okay, so as I said, we're starting off with the chakra cards, and the first card I pulled was a heart chakra. Love and compassion. Lord, grant me that I might not so much seek to be loved as to love, is what it says. St. Francis of Assisi. It's a quote. The fourth chakra, the heart chakra, is located at the heart center. It may be thought of as a balancing point between the 3 lower physical and the 3 higher spiritual chakras, representing true compassion, kind-heartedness, selfless love, and devotion. The heart chakra is where we process and store emotional experiences. The heart chakra speaks of we instead of me. The color is emerald green. The location is the center of the chest. Associated body parts are heart, lung, diaphragm, chest, thymus, circulatory system, shoulders, arms, and hands. The basic issues are love, compassion, kindness, relationship, self-acceptance, forgiveness, hope, sympathy, empathy. The gemstones and crystals associated with this chakra, some of them are emerald, rose quartz, and ruby. Flower essences are bleeding heart, holy, wild rose. Essential oils are marjoram, neroli, and rose. And the food is green vegetables, green leafy vegetables specifically. So as I was reading this, one of my intentions is to teach as I do readings on this channel, and so that's why I take the time, even though a lot of you may already understand what the heart chakra is and where it is and what it does. A lot of people don't, and so I'm a commitment to supporting people and learning more about the esoteric or the metaphysical energies and things that affect them, and to learn how to use them to their advantage. So that's why I take the time to read each and every card and explain what it is, and I'll continue to do that. So I hope that you take, even if you do understand what it means, that you're open to the possibility that you could learn something even though you may feel yourself to be fully fluent in the language of chakras or whatever it is that I'm explaining. Spirit is saying that there's always another look, another take, another possibility in terms of how you can see something and understand it, especially on different levels. As we learn on different levels, we go from kindergarten to college to PhD, and then we start over again. So that is the spirit that I am doing this session, this group of teachings in. Thank you. The next card that I pulled is the throat chakra. So the throat chakra has been showing up for the past 3 days. In every reading I got throat chakra. So evidently there's a lot that has been unsaid, a lot that's being stuffed or concealed or not allowed to come out through your verbal expression, through your authenticity, through our verbal expression, authenticity, excuse me. Okay, so this card is a different exercise, though. It's a different physical exercise. It's half shoulder stand, and it's demonstrated here. Now, not everybody will be able to do that. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just sit and visualize a picture of yourself doing this in your mind. If it's not at all possible, you can do it in your mind. The mind does not know the difference between what reality is and what reality is not. So I'm assuming and taking a liberty to say that if you can't do it physically, but you can imagine it in your mind, that it will have some impact, the type of impact that it's meant to have on your throat chakra to assist you in creating what it is you want. So there are many different ways we can move in this world, okay? And it doesn't have to look the same for everybody. So with that said, lie on your back, legs extended, arms by your side, palms down. That's figure 1. Bend your knees, inhale, bring your knees toward your chest. Exhale and tighten the abdominal muscles. Inhale and roll the hips up over your shoulders. Bend your elbows and use your hands to support your back and your hips. Let the hips rest on your hands. The weight of your body is on your upper back and bent elbows, not on your neck or your head. So you want to be very clear not to put the weight on the back of your neck, because that can strain your back, that could strain your neck. You want to, if you feel any strain, stop and don't do it, or reattempt to do it without the strain. If you can't, then don't do it, is my advice. Extend, and then the figure 2 says, extend the legs over the head at a comfortable angle, not straight up. You may also bend your knees if more comfortable. Breathe as you hold the pose for 1 to 3 minutes. Release by bending the knees into your chest and slowly, with control, rolling down, using the abdominal muscles to help you calm down safely. Because if you do it and your abdominals are not tight, you're not engaging them, then you're just going to flop down and you could hurt yourself. So you want to have some control over it by keeping your abdominal muscles tight as you roll down with control. And you want to have it, if you could imagine, each spinal vertebrae coming down and touching the floor one at a time. That's how controlled it could be. And that's the intention that we want to have when we're coming down out of this pose. Slowly and safely. Okay? Now you're going to lie on your back and slowly turn your head from side to side a few times. Bring your head back to center and rest for a minute. And the thought or mantra with this is, I am able to celebrate the beauty in my life. Yes, I am able to celebrate the beauty in my life. I am able to celebrate the beauty in my life. Now, the benefits of these poses are stimulates the thyroid and pancreatic glands in the neck, releasing blocked or constricted energy, improves blood flow to the brain, and nourishes the complexion. That's a good one. Helps with varicose veins and promotes calm and serenity. Do not do this pose if you are menstruating or pregnant or have thyroid problems, high blood pressure, or glaucoma. Advanced practitioners may wish to extend their legs into full shoulder stand. Make sure that the back is supported and the head remains still. Okay, so I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a medical professional. For disclosure, before doing any of these exercises, I highly advise you consult with the appropriate medical professional. And these readings are for entertainment only. Hey, the next card that I pulled, and the last card from this deck, is the navel or solar plex chakra. And the pose is called the bow. Now, I don't know if I said this, but these are yoga poses, if you didn't know. So this is the bow. Lie on your stomach, chin resting on the floor, legs slightly apart. In the figure 1 and 2, you're going to bend both knees, bring heels towards the buttocks, and reach back and grasp your ankles. Slowly. One at a time if it's easier, or loop a strap around your ankles so that you can grab the strap, put the strap around your ankles and hold onto the strap as opposed to holding onto your ankles. Okay, in figure 3, you're going to inhale completely and exhale and press the pubic bone down by engaging and pulling up the abdominal muscles. Okay, like this. So your abdominal muscles need to be engaged. You need to tighten and hold them as you do this so that it supports your back and you don't hurt it. Okay, so gently rock back and forth without pulling or straining, concentrating on your deep, steady breaths. Stay in the pose for 10 to 15 seconds. Breathe. On an exhalation, release your hands, slowly lower and straighten your legs, and repeat. Roll over into your back, hugging your knees to your chest. That feels really good. Hold until you feel your lower back muscles release or until you feel complete. You'll notice a energy shift within your body, and it'll relax. It'll give way, which is a really good feeling. I am strong enough to follow through is the mantra or thought for this exercise. I am strong enough to follow through. I am strong enough to follow through. The benefits are massaging the abdominal organs, improving digestion, which a lot of us probably could benefit from, stimulating the thyroid and opening the chest, strengthening the back and the arms, tones the thighs and the buttocks. Caution, do not do this pose if you have high blood pressure. Okay, so I hope that that this exercise and all of the other ones that I just talked about were of assistance to you. And as I said, if you find that you have any contraindications, which are do not do if, like I told you about at the end of the exercises, then imagine it in your mind as a meditation. Imagine that you're doing it in your mind. Repeat the mantra, repeat the thought of the card, and breathe. You can do that. And that will translate to your intention of supporting you in what it is that this whole reading, as a holistic reading, is for. Okay? Now, the next card I pulled, or the next card that I want to talk about, is from the Mudra deck, and it says, I speak truth and the universe supports me. I speak truth and the universe supports me. And it's similar to some of the exercises that we were talking about, where the guy is holding his back up and straight up, and that type of a pose. But basically, I speak truth and the universe supports me, is definitely to do with your throat chakra, speaking and not being afraid to speak, because you are supported, knowing that. And that pose actually facilitates you doing that. And the exercises we talked about today as a holistic group will facilitate you doing that, or allowing your voice to be heard if you're being suppressed. Okay, so there are many different ways that this could show up, and I would be happy, very happy and grateful if you would share with me if you do these exercises in any form and you have results that you notice, that you just come back and let me know about that, because it supports me in terms of knowing if I'm on the right track of doing what I need to do to support people. So if you let me know it works for you, it's a great thing. Thank you. The